Are you ready, Coach?
I'm ready.
Wednesday, made it halfway through. Fantastic. So I would say get halfway. That's important because you're less likely to turn around once you get halfway. Psychologically, that's a good point. Strength today. So we need a few things. We always need our weight when it comes to strength. So whether you have your dumbbell, kettlebell, you're going to want that. Then we do have some movements that we are going to do with a super band. Okay? And really for these, let me just see. If you have a skinny, the half inch, you're still going to be fine with that. For bands, I always like to err on the, especially after using these two, I like to err on the thinner side when it comes to the band. So we will need a super band. And then finally, if you have it, not necessary, but if you have it, some sort of step, okay? And we're looking 4, 6, maybe 8 inches tops. So a chair is not what we're looking for. The coffee table is not what we're looking for. So it might be one of those bathroom or kitchen stools. You might have, an actual fitness step, something like that. That's what we'll need for today.
Okay.
So, and we always need to start with our dynamic warm-up. So we're going to do jumping jacks, seal claps, crisscrosses, 10 of each. Ready? And let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms out in front, open the chest up nice and wide. Ready to begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms wide, feet wide, crisscross in the middle. Ready to begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so for this first one, I'm going to give you a few options. I'm going to demonstrate with a little lighter weight than normal just for demo purposes. So the basis of this is going to be a reverse lunge. One side, reverse lunge, step back. Now, for some people, that's enough. You can get away with doing a reverse lunge. You want to make it a little more challenging, lift your arms up. The progression for that naturally would be either a half rack or a suitcase. That's also an option, a reverse lunge here. Now, if you're like, I've been with you for 5 years, Corey, I can do some reverse lunges. Great. We are going to now challenge the core like it's never been challenged in a reverse lunge. Single arm, overhead, core has to be really tight, reverse lunge, and stand. Reverse lunge, and stand. Now, some of you have a little bit of a lighter kettlebell. We're going to go up one more notch. We are going to do a bottoms up. Okay, bottoms up. Now, don't hold it back here by your face. You let go of it, it's going to hit you in the face. It's right out in front, knuckles right over my elbow, but if it goes, it doesn't hit me in the face. Okay, so that's important. So here, bottoms up, reverse lunge, and stand up tall. Reverse lunge, stand up tall. It has nothing to do with grip strength. I see people in there, they got veins popping out in their forearms because they're squeezing. Nothing to do with grip strength. When we talk posture, when we talk structure, stability, that's what it's about. Let's tell the story. My brother could take the nets that you fish leaves out of the pool. Mm-hmm. He could set it on his chin, straight up in the air, and just walk around. Perfect alignment.
Wow.
Perfect alignment. If you know Colin, that's something that he, right on the tip of his chin, and he'd just be like walking around. It's the same principle. It's the same principle here. You have to be up. As soon as you break form, boop, kettlebell falls over. Okay? So any one of those is going to happen. Good. Next time you watch this video, you can fast forward through all that. Second one, inline bird dog. So what does that mean? Think that you are on a 2x4. Okay? 2x4, straight out. So hands and knees, I'm going to bring my one hand over by the other hand, And now, from this position, I'm going to reach and return. Reach and return. Now, if that's too much instability, move it directly underneath of your heart, okay, or the center of your chest. Somewhere like, heart's not right in the middle of your chest. Right in the middle of your chest, and try doing it that way. And as you progress, you can scoot your hand over so that as if you were on one line, makes it more challenging. All right, you ready? 45 seconds of each. Which one are you choosing? Bottoms up, overhead, half rack, suitcase? You got options.
I'm going to do the overhead hold.
Okay. Overhead hold it is.
Light.
Light is good. Light is good. All right, this is where it gets very challenging for me. Focus is key. And I'm going to be focusing on a stopwatch.
This is going on video.
All right, ready and begin. 45 seconds. I just want to see if I can do one while focusing.
It's going to take some concentration.
This is how not really strong people, but really balanced people flex.
Yeah.
Oh. Whew. All right, now I'll drop down.
Well, even the tempo has really increased the challenge on this, the slow tempo.
Oh yeah, if you rush through this, you're going to have stuff falling all over the place. And time.
Wow.
Woo!
That was a whole other level of reverse
Feel that
lunge.
core, feel that core. Gets that heart rate going.
Yeah.
All right. When we do this, one of the things we always forget to tell people in the bird dog, pull your belly button up, okay? 45 seconds. Which are you extending? Got it. Ready and begin. Reach and return. When you're in that full extension, it should be tough to breathe. There's all that thoracic tension. We still have 20 more seconds to go.
Okay, one at a time.
That's it. Make sure you don't lift to the ceiling. Just extend and bring it back. And woo! Time. That's right, I should say time. They're not watching.
Not woo.
They're looking down at the floor. If they're doing it right, if you're watching us while doing it, your form is not correct.
All right.
All right.
Okay, I'm building some heat here.
Yeah. All right, let's get some of these reverse lunges. Lock it in place and begin. You're one of these big competition bells. The milling is so thick. You can't grip it tight enough to
Use grip strength.
use grip strength. It's got to be that balance. Oh, that's enough for me.
That was quite impressive. I would have been one of those people that shouldn't have it next to my face because it would fall instantly.
Well, you learn quick after that first rep. There are a lot of people that tried it, I know, at home, time. And they went, okay, yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, that can be a frustrating exercise until you get the hang of it.
Yeah.
You feel like it should stay up and it doesn't.
All right. So we're switching sides, moving the other hand over. Ready and begin. figure out which hand, which leg goes. Okay,
Uh-oh.
I got it.
And the other thing to this one too is making sure that back toe is tucked under.
Yeah, your shoelaces should not be on the floor if you have shoes on.
That's gonna really, tucking that back toe will help give you stability.
You gotta be able to push into the floor. That ground contact is key. 5 more seconds. And time. Time. Woo!
You just imagine the early morning people getting through this.
Balance early, that's one thing
so
that
tough.
develops as the day goes on. Your nervous system, you get that first cup of coffee, it's like a miracle.
Yeah.
So if you're doing this early in the morning, I say actually, you kind of get a little bit more development when you are that already challenged.
Mm-hmm.
If you already have good balance and I challenge your balance, you get a little bit. But if you're groggy and your nervous system isn't quite awake yet, you do this, it really wakes it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next one, whether you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, we're gonna do a half kneeling lift. We do these a lot. They're not super duper heavy. However, we move in this transverse plane, this rotational plane, a ton. But typically, most fitness programs that you do live in the sagittal plane, right? The forwards and backwards. So adding this rotation is going to make you stronger. It's going to make you literally go from this front heel all the way up to the opposite ear as you do this rotation. So half kneeling, start from one side, bring it out, around, and back down, okay? If you have a kettlebell, I put the bell under the hand. It's on the same side of the knee that's down. So whatever side you're coming from, that's the hand under the bell, up and around, and back down. Nice, slow, controlled. 6 to 8 on one side, 6 to 8 on the other side.
Okay.
You ready for this, Coach?
I'm ready.
What weight are you doing?
I think 12 is
Ooh.
probably.
Okay.
Don't say woo.
Okay, well, I had a thought in my head that I should probably go up to 16, and then the woo was like, no, you can't. Check it. Slow your roll there, Smallwood. You should not go up to that weight.
All right, so we are gonna go for 3.5 minutes. Going in 3, 2, 1, and begin.
And in 3.5 minutes, how many sets are you seeing people typically get for these?
We'll get about 3 sets in.
Yeah. I say your target should be about 2. Most will get a 3rd set. And if you're starting your 4th set, especially on these 2-sided ones, you're going really fast or you're not getting much rest.
Whew. That is tough.
It's tough.
Oh my goodness.
Woo!
All right, I'm going now.
I'm going to use these dumbbells here. I'm going to show you what we're actually doing in the gym. So if anybody that has dumbbells, and I'm talking like 5 pound,
I was gonna say those are heavy for that.
you have those little weights, those aerobic weights you don't know what to do with, your kids play with them. This is a great move. We're holding them end to end like this, okay? One hand over, one hand under, and we're going to do our Rotational lift this way.
That's heavy.
These got heavy.
Ooh.
Hey.
And also too, speaking of back toe in that bird dog, back toe should also be tucked under for that lift as well.
Gotta drive into the floor. Woo. It's actually about the same weight as the 12-kilo kettlebell, but instead of holding one unit that doesn't move, I'm holding two pieces that are independent of each other.
Yeah.
All right, we might be able to get 3 and 3.
Okay.
I might try 2 and 2.
Let's see what we can do.
I'm a little fatigued.
Ooh. Feeling all my core.
Oh yeah. All right. The next one that we're going to do, it's going to be a banded deadlift. Okay? So, the key is setting it up. If you have a kettlebell, we're going to take it right through and up and around. Okay? And then it'll be nice and wide. And we can stand in here. We're not going to go super wide on this, so you might tuck the bands under a little bit, but then it's just a regular deadlift. Okay, so we're adding tension as we go up in it. If you have a dumbbell, you can loop it around the handle and then hold on to the sides of the dumbbell. Okay, so it's the, thank you, coach. So, same thing, I'm gonna just do my little pull through here. Okay, so it's just pulled through, and now I can stand on the band, grab a hold, and same thing. So if you wanted to have one of those power blocks, you have something, that's a great way to do a banded deadlift.
Yeah, that's definitely a helpful demonstration. All right. You ready?
Yeah, well, I'm a little nervous about not having shoes on these, but we'll give it a go.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. All right, flat back, key. Neutral neck. As you go down, you need to be looking at the floor. As you come up, stand up. If you're feeling tension in the lower back, make sure that you push through the feet or get rid of the band and just work on your deadlift. This is a 10 to 12.
I was just about to ask. Yeah, I've seen so many people with no socks or shoes, and they are battling it out with these bands.
If you got socks and no shoes and it makes you a little nervous, get rid of the band. I tell you, if you are not feeling that in your booty and you're feeling it somewhere else, the two places, hamstrings, booty, that's where you should be feeling it. Lower back, you should not be feeling it there.
Yeah. That's a big
X.
No. Don't do it. Woo! Almost need a water break in between.
You know what? Don't need to tell me twice. All right.
All right, here we go. Back in.
Get back to, I think the tension on this new band is like 362 pounds. Which is why I'm using such a light kettlebell. You want to be standing up nice and tall, legs locked out, booty squeezed at the top. No rounding. Don't reach for the floor. Lower down with those legs. What is this, 11?
12, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, feel that.
Yeah. We were talking about when we did the supersets last month,
Yeah.
how the smaller muscle groups don't get the heart rate up nearly as much, but they burn out a lot faster. They fatigue faster. But the larger muscle groups, they don't fatigue as quick, but the heart rate goes up because they're larger, they need more oxygen.
Right.
And so we were wrapping our brains around
all this physiology.
Nice. They asked me some really cool questions.
You must be having some really deep discussions.
Yeah. Kind of like how many Mondays are in a month.
Or in a year.
Yeah, or in
Oh
a
my
year,
gosh,
right.
we're almost down to the wire here.
How many Mondays are in a leap year? That's what it was. Yeah, we get into talking about all kinds of stuff. Whew. All right, we can get rid of that band. That whistle was time. All right.
Okay, gotta keep stretching this band out.
Next one is a lawnmower row. And why do they call it the lawnmower? So if you see people pulling that ripcord for the push mower, it's the same exact row, bent over row, except at the top, you add a little bit of rotation to it. Okay? I always brace myself right here on my knee. I'm gonna pull up and rotate just a little bit. Up, rotate just a little bit. That's it, 6 to 8 on one side, 6 to 8 on the other side.
Okay.
And this one you don't need as much rest in between because your other side is resting while the one side is working.
Makes sense. All right.
Here we go. You know what we were contemplating the other day in our session?
What?
If mulligan, you know how you yell a mulligan
Yeah.
if you shank a ball in golf?
Yeah.
Was that a real person?
I don't know.
Was it just like he was so bad he always hit the ball into the woods?
Yeah,
And
that would
then,
be.
and then his friends were like, "Don't hit a mulligan," and that just became a thing.
And just spread all over the place.
Right. And then whenever you shank the ball, you're like, "Oh, I pulled a mulligan," and it was like,
You're like, don't be that guy.
yeah, it was golf's version of bullying.
I forget what I did on the other side.
8.
You got me thinking too much about that
You know
story.
you do 8s. Like you're gonna stop at 6.
Oh, so you didn't count it, you just thought that.
Oh no, I counted because I did 8
Oh,
also.
okay. I was like, you're just assuming that I
No,
got to 8.
no assuming. I know what that makes us.
Oh,
Other side now.
okay. You're getting after it. You like this one.
Well, it's Wednesday. Our in-person members wanted it to be the hardest day of the week.
That's right, you took that survey.
Yeah.
How much they don't show up this whole month.
All month on Wednesday, it's crickets.
They're like, yeah, I don't actually come on Wednesdays.
We'll have a bunch of strong crickets then. Now, if you have the arm of a couch, if you have maybe a chair or something like that that you want to brace against, as opposed to putting your forearm on your leg, I'm all for that. As a matter of fact, if there was an arm of a couch right there, that's what I would be using.
Yeah.
I prefer it over something else.
Sometimes it's nice to have that structural.
Yeah, something just to brace against.
Yes.
I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, use the equalizer.
I'm gonna use the EQ.
There you go.
That'll work for me.
Put it to work. You know, I was having a discussion yesterday with somebody about getting some extra home gym equipment, and we were kind of talking about some different things that you could do. But really, I think if you're following our training, probably getting something heavier would be your best investment.
That's almost too tall. Yeah.
Especially for the leg work that we do. And a lot of you can deadlift, quite a bit of weight. So maybe get something heavier for those deadlifts and squats.
Or the baby Bosu.
Yeah, we talked about that too, because it's nice to elevate when you're doing some elevated.
Yeah, then we can do some cool plank. I mean, there's some awesome plank stuff that you can do with that thing. You can do some incline work on it.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
The last one. I'm gonna bring out my stuff. I'm just gonna do it sideways. But so it is a side lunge or a curtsy lunge into a side step up. Okay, so a curtsy lunge, side step up. Curtsy lunge, side step up. Now you can, if you don't have that step, curtsy lunge to balance. Curtsy lunge to balance will also work. 6 to 8 on one side, 6 to 8 on the other side.
All right, you got it done. Just in the nick of time.
All right, I'm going to count those 2 demonstration ones that I did.
Yeah, you can't be off balance. All right, so I'm here.
Yep, curtsy lunge.
And then my...
Step that right foot down.
Uh-huh. Oh, and then left leg balance.
There you go.
Okay.
Now, for those of you that, speaking of that little Bosu, that are eyeing that one, I wouldn't recommend it weighted.
No.
If you want to try it unweighted, okay. But I would not recommend doing that weighted. A little more challenging than it looks, huh?
Yeah. I like this leg lift though.
Yeah. You can lift that leg on the step too. Now this one, even though you have the other side supposedly resting, it's not really resting, it's moving.
Yeah.
So, and we already said legs. Oh, Miss 16 kilos over there. Okay. I see you. I didn't see you.
It's actually a lot more challenging
You need to...
I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I need to see those colors a little bit better. Mine are obvious, glowingly obvious.
I know. Actually, that one's really great for demonstration. It's just that it's pretty heavy for some things and to talk through it.
Oh, I know. That's why I don't demonstrate with it.
But, you got the light gray pants, the blue will show up, and you'll be in good shape.
Woo! I'm getting my MEPs in, that's for sure. And we still have that power finisher coming up.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodness.
All right, keep
at it.
Keep focused here.
Bend those knees in that curtsy lunge. That's important. Bend.
also not using a step like you. That raises the challenge.
Literally and figuratively.
That's right.
Between this and the deadlifts, might have some booties burning tomorrow.
Right.
Whew. There's a yellow on that one.
Yeah, I feel my heart.
Kevin out there, he knows what I'm talking about. Hitting the yellow. Woo!
Yes. Heart rate.
Oh, it's time.
Heart rate spiking.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so the last one, we were on our last one, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to use our band, and we're going to use it for both our power element, and then I have a little core mobility element in here. So for our power, we're going to do banded squat jumps. Now, if you are on that concrete slab in the basement, maybe instead of doing the banded squat jumps, you just do nice, light, airy squat jumps. So I'm here. Okay? Banded squat jumps. So, that's 1. 2, this is where people, even though I'm telling them now, we are going to have some errors in this one. You're going to put the band around one leg only. The other leg comes up to meet it. And you move the leg that is not in the band. So unlike yesterday where we did all the stuff with the bands and it was the banded leg that moved, we are moving the not banded leg. I repeat, the unbanded leg moves. The other one stays to the ceiling. So I got some really wacky timing for this one. You're going to squat jump for 10 seconds, rest for 10 seconds, jump for 10 seconds, rest for 10 seconds, jump for 10 seconds. Then we're going to go down to the floor and do 45 seconds of that banded work. Then we'll rest for 30. And we'll repeat it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my stopwatch. I'm not going to be in the band because one of the things I learned in practice was I can't do this, jump. That's in our blooper reel. So,
Or in the circus.
So I might do some squat jumps with you, and then you're going to go right down. So we're going to do, it's going to be 3 10-second jumps, 3 not jumps, resting, and then you're right down into your banded leg lowers.
Okay.
Are you ready, Coach?
Yeah, I'm excited to try this timing sequence out.
It's a good one. So get up into that banded squat position, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Squat jumps. If you don't like the banded squat jumps, or you got that 1-inch band and it's too much, just do some regular squat jumps. And time. Rest 10 seconds. Don't go anywhere. We're going again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and jump. Time. Woo, you feeling it, Coach?
Yeah, my feet are coming out of the band too.
All right, we're going in 3, 2, 1, go. Last one. Last one.
Oh my gosh.
Time. Down on the floor. Quick, quick, quick. Foot in the band, both feet up. Ready and go. Lower the not banded leg. And this is slow and controlled. Your lower back needs to be pressed firmly into the floor. This is mobility. It's hip flexor, it's core. You have 25 more seconds to go. Woo!
some major mobility in today.
Yes. We got some good stuff happening. Inline bird dogs. Bottoms up, lots of core in this. 5 more seconds. I'll keep talking so that they don't hear the hip pop every time you lower your leg. Time! 30 seconds. Only 30 seconds of rest. Only 30 seconds of rest. And then we're going into those jumps again, okay? So we know 10 seconds, 10 seconds rest. 10 seconds, 10 seconds rest. 10 seconds, 10 seconds to get down to the floor. We're going in 10 seconds.
Oh
Speaking of 10 seconds.
This band has so much tension. Oh.
Ready, and go. Jump for 10. Time. If you need to take it down, take it down. We're going again in 3, bring it up, 2, 1, and go. Time. 10 seconds rest.
I'm so glad there's only one more.
This is the last one. Ready, and go. Now once this one's over, you got to get down to the floor fast but carefully and get your foot in the band. Time. Other foot. Other foot. Ready, and go. 45 seconds of lowering.
Sorry, this one makes the racket too.
They're not hearing it. It literally from this side it sounds like this. Every time. 30 more seconds. Slow and controlled. I want you focusing on your breathing. Focus on that lower back staying in here. And especially you guys with tight hamstrings, make sure both legs stay straight. We have that one banded so you can actively push up into that band. 5 more seconds. Time.
Oh. Well, this band officially got a little bit more stretched out.
Little broken in, huh?
Not enough, but a little bit. Oh.
Get some water, ladies and gentlemen. Get some water.
Okay. That was a challenging circuit.
A little finisher? Yeah. When I was describing it, yeah, no problem. Oh, that's it. It literally is only 30 seconds of squat jumps, but with that, it's amazing that little pause gets you just low enough so that you start explosive again.
Yeah, and get that energy back.
30 seconds of squat jumps with the band, guys. By the time you get to 15, like there's no power left. It's you're just kind of going through the motions at that point. So I like breaking it up so that you can keep that power, that explosiveness, and then go into that mobility while you're huffing and puffing, maintaining that core control.
Yeah.
Is a challenge in its own right. Yeah. There is science that goes into this. We don't just. There are workouts that we have done, and we've written down a bunch of exercises. It's been like roll the dice.
Yeah.
7. That's a push-up. Okay.
Think holiday workouts.
Holiday workouts. Yeah.
Just for the fun.
Yeah. That's it. Those are one-offs.
Yes.
This is a program. That's the difference between a workout of the day or that beach body, whatever that time. This is a full program for the month. So.
Right. Yeah.
You ready to stretch?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do some hip opening stuff that we haven't done in a while. So
I like it.
we're going to go half kneeling. Mm-hmm. We're going to come way forward into that half kneeling position. And then from this half kneeling position, let's go ahead and put our hand on our foot. Mm-hmm. The arm goes on the inside of the leg. I see a lot of people do it and they're like this. Arm on the inside of the leg. Your opposite hand goes onto that hand and you roll down to that elbow. Now, this stretch only works if that back leg is way behind you. That's why that forward lunge has to happen. And from here, we take our hand out as wide as it can go. Other hand is on the inside of your knee, and then you rotate your belly button towards your opposite wrist. And I want you pushing into that knee while you twist. We want to open up those hips.
Feel it.
Oh yeah, I'm shaking. And relax. Let's go hands and knees. We're going to arch our back up as high as you possibly can go. Drop the belly button down to the floor. And from the same position, you should be able to lift your hips straight up into the air, pushing into your arms, and even if you can, drop your heels to the floor. All right. Now let's bring our other leg up. Low lunge position. You got to get into that forward lunge. My knee is way past my toe. Then we can take our hand on the inside and drop down on the other side. And let's take our hand out to the side, other hand on the inside of the leg, and rotate. And relax. Bring those hands, or the knees underneath of you, hands back behind you, and lift up. Remember, if you need those yoga blocks, or even the step that you have, your stool that you were just using, lift those hips up nice and high. And then relax. Let's come down into child's pose. Reach as far forward as you can, your hips as far back as you can. And then let's come up into Cobra stretch. And make sure in Cobra stretch that you're actively pushing into those hands. You're pulling your shoulder blades down and back. And then obviously in stretching, breathe. Get as much of that oxygen back into your muscles as possible. And let's bring one leg up underneath. And sink on down. Feels good after those deadlifts and curtsy lunges. And let's switch sides now.
Yeah, when we were needing these stretches.
And let's bring the soles of our feet together, sitting up nice and tall. And relax. Get some good mobility, good stretches in this month. Hopefully with the, I don't know, April showers, you might get some outdoors time. You got to play it. You got to play the weather. It could be rainy and then beautiful. You never know.
Yeah, and sometimes you have that little break
that
in the
window,
rain and you're like, you just got to take it. Like I know my weather app says, you know, rain predicted in the next 40 minutes or something. Then I was like, all right, get outside now.
Yes. Go for that walk. Get in those NEAT calories, those non-exercise activity. And in that, as spring is here, let's start doing some more of that foam rolling, doing more of that stretching, doing the things that you know that you should be. Everybody's like, oh, I know I should do that. Yeah, we all know we should do it. Let's see if we can't make it happen. So, what do you got for him, Coach?
Well, I think in terms of what you were saying with foam rolling, I know for myself, I have this consistent time that I carve out every day. And so I know it's part of my routine. And if it wasn't part of my routine, it would probably get skipped pretty frequently. So, you know, if you can find, and even 5 minutes, right? Even 5 minutes can go a long way. So can you carve out 5 minutes before you go to bed, or 5 minutes, you know, over your lunch hour, or something along those lines that would work best for you? But that consistent practice, building it in as part of your habits with, you know, what you should do for, you know, most things that are beneficial. So I think that's probably the way to get it done, not just think about it, but actually accomplish it.
Awesome advice. High five, Coach.
High
High five, everybody out there. Thank you for joining us on your Wednesday for this strength session. If you liked it, hit that like button. We like likes.
Yes.
And if you have comments, put them. If you know who Mulligan was, let me know. I didn't Google that one. If you do Google the 53 Mondays, there's a whole algorithm to it. I went down that rabbit hole. I don't recommend it. I went down that rabbit hole. It's just how the brain works. Share, you know, tell your friends about it. We'd love to hear from you guys. And most importantly, we love keeping you motivated and keep you moving. Thank you. We'll see you at the next workout.
Yep. Thank you, guys.